Hello there, Optimus Prime here. Today I am going to have a look at the Masters of the Universe Origins Wind Raider! Favourite vehicle of the Masters of the Universe. Let's get into it. Okay, so I've had this knocking about for a couple of weeks, but I have yet to actually unbox it, as I thought I would do that on video. First impressions, it's massive! Look, here's He-Man next to the box. It's ginormous, which is satisfying if nothing else. It's definitely bigger than I thought it was going to be, but I suppose the Wind Raider was always quite a large vehicle, so that's not particularly surprising. First impressions from the box, it's got the lovely Master of the Universe Origins box art that all the other cards and boxes have got. So a nice picture of He-Man, and there's some other evildoers also flying Wind Raiders, so that's exciting for them. And look, there's a Stratos, Lords of Power Stratos in fact, because he is not boring grey. And Castle Grayskull, and the actual Wind Raider itself, almost completely obscured by my ring light. But anyway, we're going to get it out of the box in a second. There we go, that's better. Nice vehicle, stickers already applied. There's a picture of the vehicle on its stand. Some words. Some more characters on the side of the box. Froggy Man, Blokey Bloke, Zodak, and the Goddess. Let's flip it round. As I say, this is so big it's barely fitting on my workspace, but that's fine. So all the things it does, another picture of the Wind Raider with He-Man and some of the other masters battling away at evildoers. And on the other side, it's the same picture that was on the other side, and words and stuff on the back. So let's just flip this round. One of the sides I have already removed the sellotape. That's this side. So I just pop this up on its side. Just gonna open the box here. Not that you can see. Box opening. Let's just pull it out here. Whoop. Ugh. Giant box out of the way, and we have some instructions. Might need those later. The stand pieces, and more stand pieces, and that's nothing. And the Wind Raider itself doesn't look. Weirdly, looks slightly smaller whilst it's not in the big box, but then again the big box was gigantic. So just going to release it from its plastic prison. So there's a little band there, one over here, and here. Those pieces out. That piece. And what else is holding it in? There's a more band somewhere. Oh, there's a whole one of those twisty things. So you got to twist. Haha. Twisty twist. And out that comes. So then that pops out of there. Oops, its winch still has a rubber band. Come here. There we go, right. Just clear the decks. Pop that there. All these rubber bands in. Oops. Still stuck around it. Get those all out of the way. Other pieces. How's that? Okay, so first things first, let's just leave that to one side for a second. Let's get these stand pieces out. It's got a really quite cool scenic base, which I quite like the look of. So there's the flight stand piece and the bit it slots into. And a nice piece of Castle Grayskull coloured stone effect groundy part. Oops. Bits flying all over the place. Right, deck's cleared. Let us have a look at this. Again, as I said, sort of stone effect, similar colours to Grayskull, some little Grayskull-like coat of arms sort of thing there. And this piece, I believe, pops in. Which way round does it go? I want to put it in the wrong way round. Well, then I would look foolish. Okay, yes, it does go that way. So let's push that in. Oh, satisfying clicks. I don't think you're ever going to be able to remove that from there once it's in. That's for better or worse. And then this piece slots in. Which way round? Again, that way, according to the little instruction sheet. So that pops in there. Again, a nice satisfying click. Again, be hard pressed to get that out. And that's got a nice ratchet on it for posings. And then this piece can slot. There's a little peggy dude in a hole. And it clips in as well, but a bit easier to come in and out. So you can either display it on the whole Grayskull themed scenic bit, or you could just have it separate, depending on space, I would guess. Cool. Cool. So let's actually look at the Wind Raider itself. It seems to have the winch that the original had. If you spin that round, you can clip that in there. Might need a little bit more give. Oh, it's upside down. Haha, foolish. There we go. That's cool. I can go back round to that way. This weird sort of techno horse skull. Always sort of thought it looked a bit sort of cross between a sort of skull and a hot rod engine. So looking at the rest of it, there's stickers here which are very sort of similar to the old school ones. All paper stickers, pre-applied to save you the effort. Looking quite cool. Not masses of detail, but it's very much like how it was back in the old 80s. Some nice, very freewheeling wheels, so that's cool. And then we have a few pieces to go on. So we've got the tail rudder, which will just pop in there like that. It's got a little bit of movement, but hey, how much play do you really want in a rudder? And then a bit of extraneous spaff. Let's get rid of that. I think these don't matter which way around they go. They appear to be the same either way. So that just pops in there, and yeah, so it's just got a sort of circular clip there that clips around the bulbous end like so. There we go. That's quite impressive. I never had a Wind Raider as a kid, but my one of my neighbours did, so I did remember playing with them quite a lot. I didn't have too many vehicles. I remember having a Rotor, and I remember having Strider and the bad guy, evil horse. Anyway, let's pop this into here. Ooh, nice satisfying noise again. Ah, that's actually really impressive. It's stays quite well. It's not drooping. It seems to hold its weight quite well. It's not, to be honest, it's not really that heavy because it's mostly a hollow piece of plastic, but it's looking really quite good. The seat is a separate, slightly rubberized plastic piece inside. There's two handles there, so it's not. I think the original. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think the original was just a molded plastic piece on in the same color as the. In fact, it's probably part of the main body. It wasn't a separate piece, but it's a separate colored piece there. Lots of room to get a master's figure in there, and we'll get on to the gimmick in a second. Let's just free He-Man of some of his accoutrement. Not his power sword though. Don't want that falling into the hands of Skeletor. Let's pop him. Legs up. Into there. Possibly a little bit too low. Seems to have fallen mostly off the seat there. Maybe we will lose the sword. Pop it into his back. Or not. So you can hold one of these handles. Ah, there we go. Is that better? You can wave with your slightly gammy He-Man hand. Yes, waving and holding a control stick at a slightly weird angle, but looks cool in there. Most angles. I think his sword holder on his back is sort of preventing getting to sit quite properly. That and his somewhat ill-posed legs. But anyway, you get the idea. Still looks cool, even if he is being put in rubbishly. I don't know whether I mentioned this before, but most of these figures which have this hand, it doesn't matter which one it is, but the hands seem to come with fingers that look broken, just slightly bent in the packaging. A couple of them, but it's sort of 50-50. Some of them that I've had that have been absolutely fine, and others of them appear to have had their fingers broken, but it's fine. So there we go, Wind Raider. This is a bit loose, but I suppose that's part of the gimmick. Speaking of which, we have here the winch slash harpoon slash whatever they call it. If it's got a name in the instructions. Oops, let's have a look. They call it grappling hook. There you go, grappling hook. Pretty sure I call it a grappling hook. Grappling hook. Let's go with that. So I think one of these, that thing there appears to be the activation switch. Let's really go. You know what? That was actually really impressive. It went all the way out. I wasn't sure, as the winch wasn't fully out, how far that would go, but actually went pretty far. And then you spin the weird hot rod horse's head to get that back into there. Click it back in. Then let's get it into shot a bit better this time. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Can grapple the evil forces of Skeletor in a grapply way. Just click that back in. Oh, it ratchets if you go too far. That's good to know. Clip. Okay, pretty much that is that. It's chunky, it's large, looks really cool with an action figure in it, and I'd imagine you could fit just about anybody in it. I didn't bring any more of my figures up here for the review, so I can't show you that now. Yeah, it's cool. My only gripe with this particular vehicle is that I did not think about owning it when I sorted out my shelf, so it's not going to fit. It won't fit on my Grayskull shelf, and it won't fit. I may need to rethink my display options. But there you have it. Masters of the Universe Origins Wind Raider in all of its glory. I've been Optimus Prime. Thank you for watching.
on plastic.